Hello everyone and welcome to my channel CBSE Science World. Today we are going to discuss the remaining topics of the chapter Getting to Know Plants of Class 6 Science. In the last video we were discussing about the different parts of the plant. We already discussed about stem and leaves. Now we are going to discuss the remaining parts of the plant. First one is root. It is the underground part of the plant which is present in soil. The part of a plant which lies below the soil surface is called root. It helps in holding the plant strongly in the soil. It absorbs minerals and nutrients from the soil, which is very important for the plant. There are two types of root system. First one is taproot system and the second one is fibrous root system. In taproot system, there is a main root and the small roots are coming out. These small roots, they are also known as lateral roots. Whereas in case of fibrous root system, there is no main root and the roots, they are coming directly from the base of the plant. Let us discuss the differences between taproot and fibrous root. The main root, which is larger and fast growing, is called taproot, and the branched smaller roots that grow from this main root are called lateral roots. In fibrous root system, a group of similar sized roots emerge from the base of the plant. They do not have a main root. It is hard to pull out plants with tap roots as these go deep within the soil. Whereas in case of fibrous roots, plants, they are relatively easier to pull out as the roots do not go very deep in the soil. Examples of plants with tap roots are carrot, turnip, gram, China rose. Examples of plants with fibrous roots are banana, wheat, maize, onion, and bamboo. There is a relation between leaf venation and types of root. In the last video, we discussed about leaf venation. There are two types of leaf venation, reticulate venation and parallel venation. In reticulate venation, veins, they are arranged in net-like structure. Whereas in parallel venation, veins, they are arranged parallel to one another. So what is the relation? Leaves with reticulate venation will have tap roots, whereas leaves with parallel venation will have fibrous roots. So by looking at the type of venation, we can easily recognize the type of root system present in a particular plant. Last part of the plant that we are going to discuss is flower. It is a reproductive part of plant which helps in the process of reproduction. So reproduction means giving rise to new plant. What are the different parts of flower? Petals, sepals, pistil, and stamen. This colorful part of a flower is known as petal. This green leaf-like structure is sepal. This tube-like structure is known as stamen, which has two parts, anther and filament. And this tube-like structure, which is present at the center, is pistil, which has three parts, stigma, style, and ovary. Now we are going to discuss each and every part of the flower in detail. First one is petal. These are bright and colorful part of the flower. They help in attracting insects. So colorful part of a flower is known as petal. And insects, they get attracted by this colorful part. Second part is sepal. It is the green leaf-like structure of the flower that encloses the petals and is responsible for protecting the flower when it is in bud form. So this leaf-like structure, green color one, this is sepal, which protects the flower when it is in bud form. Third part of the flower is stamen. It is the male reproductive part of the flower. It has two parts. First is anther, which contain pollen grains. These pollen grains, they are yellow in color and helps in the process of reproduction. Second is filament, which is a tube-like structure supporting anther. So this is stamen. This structure is known as anther, which contain pollen grains, whereas this tube-like structure is known as filament. Next part of a flower is known as pistil. It is the female reproductive part of the flower. It has three parts: stigma, style, and ovary. Stigma, it is the upper part which receives pollen grain for fertilization. About fertilization, you will study in class 7th. Second is style. It is a long hollow tube-like structure, joins stigma and ovary. And the third part is ovary, which is a swollen part of the pistil in which ovules are produced. These ovules, they are small bead-like structure. So this is pistil. This part is known as stigma, which receives pollen grains from stamen. This tube-like structure is known as style, and this swollen part of the pistil is known as ovary, which contain ovules. So if you cut this part of a flower, which is known as ovary, you will be able to observe small bead-like structures. These small bead-like structures, they are known as ovules. Okay, try to do this activity when you will be able to go to any field trip. Try to find out the names of as many flowers as you can by asking the gardener or any other person, and try to find out some of the answers of these questions. Do all flowers have sepals, petals, stamens, and pistil? Are there flowers that do not have one or more of these? Do you find any flower in which the number of stamens is different from number of petals? Try to find out the answers of these questions. With this, we have completed the chapter. Hope you like this video. Thank you for watching it.